Thank you, everybody who's joined so far. Tons to talk about. We'll start with basketball, Jim. It was bleak for a while, and I tweeted it during the game. I mean, it seems like every time we tied the game or got close, they hit some dagger contested three, or we left a guy wide open and he hit it. And then we finally matriculated our way back into the game in the last few minutes. We could have iced the game away with free throws in regulation, but we didn't do that. We had 2 shots at the buzzer at the end of regulation and at the end of the first overtime, missed them. But none of it matters. We won the damn game. It was a must-win game. How are you feeling about it?
Ugly game. Now, again, Texas A&M is not as bad as I thought. I was obviously a little bit upset during this game because of how, we're turning the ball over all the time. Now, we did dominate them on the boards. I mean, we were plus 25 on the boards, total rebounds, plus 12 on the offensive rebounds, which is huge. A real factor in this game, obviously. Shot 74% from the free throw line, so that's a lot better than, what we've been seeing from the Vols. I do want to talk about Nate Ament. Honestly, towards the end of the game, he showed a lot of, I don't know the right word.
Like it looked like he wasn't scared for the first time in a while.
Yeah, and I don't know if you listened to his after the game interview, but he was saying that how, he was really like onto himself in the beginning of the game, and he finally just told himself, "Hey, just keep doing it. Go to the basket." Because I mean, the guy guarding him was 6'3". Go to the basket.
Yeah.
We go to the basket.
We had the size advantage almost. I mean, every position, and like I said, we almost killed ourselves again with turnovers, leading to a loss. But we overcame it. But Ament in the 2 overtimes in the last like 20 minutes of the 50 minutes that was played, I thought he was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and then in double overtime, it looks like they're about to tie the game off an offensive rebound. He comes in with a huge block. Like I stood up out of my seat.
Is that the one they call the foul?
No. I think that was still in regulation, maybe, or the first overtime. But I think that was a foul. He got him on the body, but the refs, to their credit, we did shoot 42 free throws, which when you shoot 75% on 42 free throws, I think that's pretty good. 31 of 42. It's just we missed the free throws in like bad times. We missed 2 front ends in the second half while we were trailing. That was rubbing me the wrong way. But gritty game. It's a game that Tennessee normally wins, especially at home. And I've been telling you in these 2 frustrating road losses, like I'm not gonna really press the panic button until we lose at home. And we about did it tonight, but a win is a win
for a little bit.
I know. Yeah. I want to mention Troy Henderson. I thought was a huge spark in the second part of the second half. He had a few lapses on defense, but he looked like he belonged out there for real. I mean, he hit a huge 3, and then I think he made 2 shots at the rim. I don't know if it was 2, but he was holding his own.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He made a huge 3 towards the end of regulation. I'm pretty sure it was. Now, Bishop Boswell, that rebound, like that was huge. Awesome to see, and honestly, the turning point in the game, in my opinion, you turn the whole team's attitude around after you got that, and you have little spots of this team that are really good. It's just the turnovers need to stop. It's really hurting this team that we only have Gillespie to shoot threes.
I mean, he shot 11. Henderson was 2 of 5. Abram shot 2. Ament missed all 4 of the ones he took. But yeah, I mean, and that's another reason it was a gritty win. You made 6 threes, scored 87 points in 50 minutes. I mean, we fought and clawed our way to the victory. So.
It's not really for me. Like I'm looking at Bishop Boswell's stats. I mean, double. points, rebounds. Jalen Carey at the end had a big spark to the game, especially. I mean, he sat the whole first overtime
Yep.
and started that second overtime. So again, this team has potential. It really does. It has to figure it out though. Like during SEC play is when you have to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's hard to see this team beating, because A&M to me, I know they're 13-4, beat Auburn on the road and stuff, but I don't know. This Tennessee team scares me.
Yeah.
Like a lot when we're playing good teams. Like I don't know how we beat Houston. I don't know how.
I think is that Houston's only loss still, or am I tripping?
Let me look.
It is. Yeah, they're 15-1.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
And that's going to help us. That's probably, if things don't get better and we don't start playing a little bit better, that will probably what keeps us, in the tournament. But we have 14 games left, 15 minimum, because you're at least guaranteed one in the SEC tournament. I think by then, and it's really given me confidence that A&M looked to grow up a little bit in the last 20 minutes of that game. And Gillespie, how many times is he's going to shoot 2 of 11? How many times is Estrella going to go 0 for 5 with 3 turnovers? It was very far from a perfect game, and Tennessee still found a way to win. I mean, that gives me a little confidence. Now, that being said, on Saturday, you have got to go out and beat a Kentucky team that is almost lifeless. They just had
lost their point guard.
Yeah, they just had him go down for the year. You've got to find a way to win that game too, because I think our next away game is it's at Alabama and then at Georgia, the very next game. So you have to win these home games against teams that you should be beating to stay afloat. And we're 1-1 this week. You had to go 2-0 this week. Like I said, gritty, tough win, but far from perfect. I would like to see a way better performance on Saturday.
Well, Grant Ramey was talking about it. I think it was Grant Ramey talking about might have been Tony Basilio. I don't know. One of the two. But they were talking about if Tennessee wins all their home games, they'll have 19 wins. So if they could sneak a road win here and there, they could end up with 20 to 21 wins if they win all their games at home, obviously. So I want to go back to Gillespie though. Like it really hurts him. Like him and Rodney Rice at Maryland, they were like a 1-2 combo to where they played off each other and they had more open shots. Now Gillespie's getting face guarded the whole game because every team knows that's our main guy, and you never know what you're gonna get from Nate Ament. So I mean, the teams, like I said before, teams got to figure it out. It's January. If they could beat Kentucky, and just move on, I mean, we're looking good. So that's all you got to take. You got to take these wins and roll with it. I mean, that's it. That's all you could ask for. Just win.
The only thing I wanted tonight was a win. I didn't care if we won 42-41. Like we won the game. Literally, all that matters on January 13th. I was thinking about this and just even before I saw what I just saw, but Dwayne Brown got 5 minutes in a game that he should have done better. I mean, I know he only got 5 minutes, but when he was in, he was not getting it done. Do you think that means that Dwayne Brown starting at the 4 experiment is over now?
I don't think you take his minutes away, though. I mean, he's still, contributing when he can. I mean, today he didn't, obviously, but the past couple games, I mean, he's been doing pretty well. So I don't think, again, Estrella's playing hurt something because
Yeah,
you could tell he's not at full strength.
yeah. Um, and he only got 9 minutes. I mean, eventually Barnes put Amen at the 4, and I almost liked that better because I think the Damian Fishbeck, the color commentator tonight, was saying like he's not going to be quicker than most guards because he's 6'10", but if you put him on a power forward, he might be quicker than him, and maybe that's why he was able to get to the rim a lot tonight. He was doing it against guards some too, but that combined with him just being more aggressive, getting to that 4 to 6 foot range and just stopping, the guy flies out of bounds whenever he does that, and he can hit that shot. I mean, most college players can hit that, and even when he does just continue all the way to the basket, he can finish around the basket. He was a 5-star for a reason. He has to be more aggressive, and I think these last 2 games, I mean, he had a decent game at Florida too. Like maybe he's figured it out a little bit, and that would help us tremendously. And you got any more thoughts on this game, man?
Not really. Honestly, I've been mad at this basketball team almost all day until the last like 2 minutes of the game. So
Yeah,
no, again, it's hard to watch a team play like that and say it's only January, but hopefully they figure it out. Hopefully they find their identity. And I mean, they played 2 weird games in a row. I mean, you play a team that plays press all game long, and then you play the one team that can pretty much physically match you. So
yeah. Florida was just, they are one of the few teams that have the guys inside that can roll with all 4 of our guys the whole game. And add the turnovers into that on Saturday, and you got what you got there. But they blew us out in January last year too down there, and we still had a pretty good season. So moving forward, you just got to beat Kentucky, and then I would like for us to win one of those 2 road games against Alabama or Georgia.
yeah,
Alabama's a tall ask, but Georgia, they're kind of upstart. They might be due for a bad game. So if we can win one of those road games and take care of Kentucky coming up this Saturday, I think we'll be in a pretty good spot. So moving forward, though, Jim, I'll let you take the reins here. Last time we talked, last Tuesday, last time we went live, we were kind of pissed at what had gone on in the portal so far, which was like 2 commits. Since then, we were clearly maybe overreacting. I think a lot of people were, because we have killed it on the defensive side of the ball, getting a bunch of good bodies in from a bunch like good players, like players that people wanted. So Jim, I'll let you go ahead and start talking about some of those guys.
So I mean, we're gonna start off. I'm gonna kind of go in order. The first commit, I can't remember. Did we talk about Quay Moss?
A little bit. I think that it was him and the guy from the lineman from LSU who we had.
Ori Williams. Yeah. So Quay Moss. We'll go in order. Just it's fun to talk about anyway. But last year he had 31 solo tackles, a forced fumble, 2 interceptions, and a pass deflection. He kind of reminds me of Jacoby Thomas. He plays like, with hair on fire. A guy that you want on your defense if you're trying to rebuild. So again, I think he's going to be a starter. Again, obviously we have spring ball and fall and all that stuff, but to me, all these guys coming in are going to be playing. But yeah, I don't know if you have anything to say about him, but that's pretty much his comp to me is Jacoby Thomas. I'm not saying he's as good as Jacoby Thomas. He just reminds me the way he plays is Jacoby Thomas.
At this point, man, any safety, I'm down with. And if he's like Jacoby, I think that's great, because Jacoby's about to suit it up and play for a national championship here next week. So
I
think that's a pretty good get.
Yep. Well, moving on from that, I'm going to kind of skip the offensive guys. I mean, Ori Williams is just an absolute monster of a man.
Yep.
He's like 6'8", like 370, whatever he is. He's just a big old boy. Probably going to be competing for the starting right tackle spot, just because and I'm gonna bring this up now, just talking about the offensive lineman, but there is an offensive lineman from West Virginia. Their starting left guard is set to visit Tennessee on Thursday. I got that from Chris Hummer, but a 346-pound lineman. He allowed 0 sacks and just 4 pressures last year, and he earned a solid 74.7 PFF pass blocking grade with over 1,200 career snaps under his belt. A guy that I know Austin Price on VolQuest was talking about, he's going to be a potential depth piece. To me, that's going to be a guy competing to get a starting spot.
Yeah, I mean, all these guys, I mean, anybody we bring in, you have spring ball workouts, fall camp, of course, to make your mark. And I agree with you because you're talking about the guy from West Virginia coming in, right?
Yep. Donovan Haslam. Good last name.
Sometimes. I wish that they would sell the Browns because that's clearly a failure and just bankroll Tennessee football. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying. I was just saying. Tennessee's doing the right thing, obviously, and we'll talk about quarterback after we talk about all these guys. But, Tennessee's doing a good job in the portal for the most part. Speaking of the offense again, I think Jack Van Dorslier either has entered the portal or he's going to enter the portal.
Yeah.
So that was a big loss, but it looks like Tennessee. We have Deshaun Brame and Ethan Davis, obviously. So that's good, but they need another guy to fall back on. And Georgia tight end Pierce Sperlin is going to be visiting Tennessee on Thursday. This kid is 6'8", 250 pounds. And obviously Georgia breeds tight ends. You're never mad about a Georgia tight end wanting to come visit your school. But he was the number 2 tight end in the 2023 class, but he stepped away from Georgia last year due to a health issue, but is apparently medically cleared. So that's a good thing. It's going to be a depth piece. Who knows what it turns into? Tennessee has, 2 tight ends that are really good, but it'd be a nice pickup, especially with Jack hitting the portal. So,
yeah,
again, Tennessee's doing their thing. Obviously, we're missing the field general on the field, and I'm going to keep bringing that up as we keep moving along these names.
Yeah. What about the guy from Oklahoma State? Because everything I've read is that he's like a special teams guy, basically, is what they see him as, like just a returner and maybe a depth piece at wide receiver. So what do you think about him?
From what I read on VolQuest, Austin Price was saying how this kid's basically coming to Tennessee for free. Tennessee's not paying him any money. He's a scholarship guy. But he is going to be a return specialist. He is a really good returner. If you want to check out his highlights, I have it underneath the tweet I put of him committing to us. But he did lead Oklahoma State in yards, and I'm pretty sure receptions last year. So he is going to be a utility knife. I would not be surprised to see him in a couple packages. Depending on how the season's turned out and how spring goes and all that. But he's going to be, Tennessee wasn't great in special teams last year. So it's going to be real nice, to get someone like that, especially losing like a guy like Boo Carter returning punts. Not saying Boo Carter was a huge loss. I'm just saying he was a good punt returner.
Someone has to go back there and catch the ball.
Yeah, and this guy does that.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like the pickup. It's another wide receiver just in case anything crazy happens. But yeah, I do want to shout out. I can't remember his name. I hate it, but he committed from Eastern Kentucky. He's a special teams guy, long snapper. Apparently, he's actually a really good special teams guy. So another guy you like to see Tennessee get. I know he's a long snapper. No one really cares, but
it matters.
Those are it matters in big games. That's going to matter.
Yeah.
So, And stop me if you want to talk about somebody. Just stop me. I don't care. I'm just going to keep on rolling.
And that's mainly the guy from LSU, guy from Oklahoma State, and sorry, I don't know the names. I don't have them right in front of me, but that's pretty much all we've gotten on offense so far, right?
Yep, you got Ori Williams. You got Gavin Freeman is the wide receiver,
Mm-hmm.
and God, Ori Williams, Gavin Freeman, and who else we get on offense? I think that's it.
Yeah, and
So
then and I'll just bring this up real quick. I think me and you both said we probably want to pick up another running back because
yes,
right now it's just Bishop and Morris. This is the guys that anybody knows. Um, so yeah, I think that's the only other thing you want on offense besides the obvious, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But what about those Penn State guys?
well, before we even get to them, because we're going to talk about them, because I think those are the biggest additions on the defense, especially for a Jim Knowles defense that usually gets better in year two. So these guys are going to really get to be able to help these Tennessee guys that don't know the defense. So before I get to them, though, is Kane Lee. I think this is the steal of the portal for me. I mean, Ohio State really wanted this guy to come play corner for them. Coming from Auburn, in 2025, he had 25 tackles, an interception, and 4 pass deflections. I mean, he had 31 total tackles. So a guy that I'm hoping he's kind of like Colton Hood coming from Auburn, that could, match up with Ty Redmond and really make this defense really dangerous. He's one of the ones that during the interview when they were talking to him about committing here, he just felt like this place was home, and that's people you want here, So
yeah,
one of those guys, again, he plays with his hair on fire. He made a couple really big plays in some big games for Auburn this past year. So a guy I'm glad we got. I would not be shocked. Again, Aaron Scott Jr. is supposed to visit Tennessee on Thursday. I expect Tennessee to probably get one more corner and probably a defensive tackle. But
because the only tackle we've gotten so far is Gillum, right?
Yeah, Gilliam's the only true defensive tackle that we've gotten because we have 2 edge guys, Chaz Coleman and Jordan Norman. But I mean, you got to remember we have Davian Hobbs is coming back. You got Nathan Robinson coming back.
Ethan Utley, Marion Dye.
Yeah, Isaiah Campbell. You're gonna have those guys coming back, and but right now it looks like Evans from Texas A&M is going to go to Mississippi State most likely, and Mathis Jr., the young kid from LSU, the defensive tackle, looks like Tennessee is really trying to get him in the boat. So if he could get in here, I mean, this defense is looking real good. Defense is looking real good.
The whole, and we talked about it last week. I mean, I've already hit on a little bit. We were kind of mad last week at the lack of anything going on in the first couple of days, but because we were missing. You really never know how much they prioritize guys. It looked like we were getting outbid by West Virginia and a couple other schools for guys that had come on visits. But I think a lot of the priority lied in getting those Penn State guys, Ohio State guys, which are still hit. We're looking at a couple more Ohio State guys, obviously. People who know Knowles' system, because the whole narrative is it gets better as you go thing. And I mentioned this to you. I mean, Penn State went off the rails this year, yeah. Everybody knows that. But coming into the season, they were ranked number 1 preseason, and that's based on mostly your roster. So these guys are talented, at least evaluated highly, and to get some of them here, I think is a great thing. So I'm very happy with what we've done on defense so far. I mean, it's
yeah,
yeah.
And that's the thing is people don't realize. I know we're missing a quarterback, and we're going to get to that. But Tennessee's pretty much whole offensive line other than Lance Hurd's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
If you could pick up this West Virginia guy and you have Ori Williams coming in, I mean, you still got Sham, you got, Jesse Perry's back. The offense is going to be good. You got Mike Matthews, you got Brandon Staley, you're going to have Tristan Keys. Tristan Keys, by the way, has insane hands. But you got, the two other guys are Darius Jackson and Travis Smith Jr. and Deshaun Bishop. Now, talk about the running back. I've seen Austin Price talking about it. It looks like Sawchuk is back to talking in Tennessee. I think they're back to him. I know it's kind of hard for running backs to look at this offense and see, oh, well, I'm coming to be the number 2 guy. It's hard for them to see that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with the running back. We'll get one. But anyway, getting to the Penn State 4, a lot of young guys. Other than Aaron Campbell, I mean, Xavier Gilliam, freshman, 6'2", 300 pounds. I mean, he had 16 tackles, and half a sack and a forced fumble last year. But dude's beast. Him and Chaz Coleman are young freshmen that you're bringing in, that they're going to be in this defense year 2, and it's really going to benefit Tennessee. This guy's a space eater. If you want to watch his highlights, this dude, really good defensive tackle for, going to be a sophomore. So
yeah, and he was I think Notre Dame was in on him too. So that's a guy that it's not just us who wants him, which is, I've said this before, that's what I look at just when I analyze what we're doing in recruiting in the portal is who else wanted this guy. Like, that's the main thing to me. Like, even if it's a 3-star, if Ohio State wanted him, yeah, take him. I think they know. Sure. I think schools like Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, the marquee schools know what they're doing. So if we're beating schools like that for kids, I'm all for it. I mean, and like you said, defensive tackle, it's obviously a space eating position. It's not about stats. I think it's a really good pickup there.
Yeah, and this next guy we're going to talk about is, to me, the biggest pickup. He's probably going to be the field general on the defense next year, alongside Edward Spillman and Prolati, and T-Lander will probably play some. Probably, who knows? But is Amari Campbell. I mean, this is the guy. He didn't go. I don't think he took any other visits. I think he knew where he was coming, and you got to love it. I mean, last year he had 103 tackles, 3 sacks, and a fumble recovery, and a pass deflection. So, I mean, this kid, again, another guy, watch his film. I mean, this kid has great vision at the linebacker spot and is going to go real well with the 2 speedsters we got in Edward Spillman and Prolati. And I think he's going to be a veteran guy to teach these young kids, the defense. And it's cool. I'm glad we got him in the boat. They're going to have all spring together, all fall together. And Amari Campbell is going to be a huge, huge addition. And we'll see it, next fall. So,
yeah, the most important thing to me there is, like you said, it's a field general type position, linebacker. And if you're talking about the whole Knowles' defense thing getting better as the years go on, it's nice to have a guy like that who might know the calls, and can help the other guys out. Even if he's not the shot caller, the guy who's barking out the orders, having him out there is going to help a ton.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And again, like we talked about it, the Penn State forward, the Tennessee Nittany Lions, whatever you want to call us. Another guy, DeJuan Lane. DeJuan, yeah. Again, this kid, I know everyone wanted King Mack because King Mack, was the more of the starter for this, but the upside for Lane is crazy. I mean, he's 6'2", 212. I can't remember what the track thing was that he ran, but he ran it in like 10 seconds or something. Like, this kid is fast, a freak athlete. In 2025, I mean, he had 29 tackles, a sack, and a pass deflection. I mean, I like it. I think this is going to be a huge addition as well. Someone that knows the defense, and he's young. He was a sophomore last year, I believe. So it's a guy that you could come get back.
Yeah.
Obviously, transport was crazy. We don't know, but it's someone you would hope to get back another year,
Yeah.
unless they go absolutely nuclear. So we'll see how that turns out. But now the next guy I want to talk about, this kid. This is the kid everybody wanted. We paid the big bucks to get him. But Chaz Coleman, I mean, 6'4", 240. This kid, he reminds me a lot of James Pierce coming off the edge. And
High praise right there.
oh yeah, I mean James Pierce probably be defensive rookie of the year, hopefully.
He ought to be.
Yeah, he's incredible stats this year. But yeah, Chaz Coleman, a guy that this Tennessee knew they wanted him and they were going to go get him regardless of what happened.
That's the guy that we were going to go to an in-home visit for, and he said, "No, I'm coming to Tennessee." Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He called Jim Knowles, I believe, and said, "No, don't waste your money. I'm coming." And
save that jet fuel for someone else.
Go get some more bodies to help us win a national championship. Again, we don't know, but this is turning into a defense that could win you games, and we'll get into the quarterback situation here in a minute because that's obviously the biggest thing, and I really want to get to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chaz Coleman, excellent addition. The whole four, I mean, everyone wanted the Penn State four, and we got them. And I think that's going to really benefit this defense come next year.
100%. Jordan Norman too, and TJ Metcalf, I think, and that was just in the last day. Those two guys too. I think it was rumored that Knowles and the staff liked Norman more than those two Alabama guys that ended up going to Ohio State, right?
Now I can't confirm that. Now
it was a rumor.
I'm pretty sure AP said that they were going for the Bama guys, but the Bama guys wanted too much.
Yeah,
and
Ohio
State was willing to pay it.
We need a lot of bodies for what they're probably asking.
But speaking of Jordan Norman, that is a awesome get.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I really wish Tennessee would get one more edge.
Yeah.
But from looking at what Austin Price is setting, it's looking like Tennessee will get a defensive tackle and probably another corner. I think Tennessee would take two more corners if they could get people in the boat. But Jordan Norman, 6'4", 250. This goes with Jim Knowles' defense. His edges are big dudes.
Yeah, and that was kind of it's what Volquist has been saying. Knowles likes the bigger guys off the edge, which is why you saw guys like Herring and Ross enter the portal probably. Like he wants a bigger body out there rushing the passer and setting the edge.
Yeah, and Jordan Norman fell in love with Rodney Gardner. I mean,
who would?
Yeah, who doesn't like RG, man? Like, I mean, and Norman's coming off a fantastic year. I mean, 28 total tackles, 6 sacks. You got to love it. Again, matched up with Chaz Coleman on the other side. You got to love it. Love it.
I mean, I think a lot of people are just looking at the portal right now, but the defense, as bad as it was last year, there was still a lot of young talent out there. And that's maybe why the defense was bad at times. I think most of it was Tim Banks and just the whole philosophy. I think with this philosophy Knowles is bringing, the guys we already have here, the guys we're getting in the portal, this could be a great defense. Like, I don't think that's a stretch to say at all. I mean, we're bringing in a ton of talented guys to match with guys from the high school ranks that were already talented. They just might not have been getting the coaching that they should have been getting. And I think there's a reason Gardner was the only defensive guy to keep on the staff. Like, Knowles knows Rodney Gardner. Like, he knows he's good. He knows he's worth keeping around, and that's the reason he's the only guy left over.
Exactly. Now, last but not least, I mean, he's the most recent, and I'm pretty sure we got his brother. I don't know his brother's name, but it's TJ Metcalf. another safety, Michigan starting safety. Man, some of the highlights are absolutely filthy. The hits this guy goes and gets. He's a headhunter.
Yeah.
He did play in the SEC. He started his career out at Arkansas, so it's nice to have a guy that knows the SEC a little bit. But he's a 6'1", 200-pound safety, defensive back, listed as a defensive back. But he had 58 total tackles, a fumble recovery, and an interception, 4 pass deflections. This is a guy Tennessee wanted. And again, this defense is looking real good on paper, like real good. This is a guy I had the eyeball things the night before because I was like, all right, Caleb Beasley went in the portal. You know what's coming. So, another great addition.
Before we get to the quarterback deal, one guy we haven't mentioned, Cooper Ranvier, kicker from Louisville. Our sweet boy Max, much maligned. He's at Arkansas now. I'm being facetious, of course. I'm glad to move on from Max. I think it was getting toxic here anyway. And hopefully Mr. Ranvier can come here and make the big kicks because Gilbert was not getting it done. So that's just the last guy that I wanted to mention before we get to.
He does have a leg sleeve and a tattoo on his leg. And there is a video of him hitting a 70-something yard field goal. So,
hey,
I'll take that any day of the week. So,
me personally, I'm more concerned with like maybe a 43-yard field goal against Georgia with 7 seconds left, but
that could have changed the whole aspect of the season. I know.
We
were there.
No.
Now I do one more thing before we get into the quarterback situation. The defensive tackle I was talking about, Walter Mathis Jr., 6'2", 285, another space eater. But roughly about the same size as Gilliam.
Nice.
But he had 9 total tackles. I'm pretty sure did he play? Okay, so he appeared in, I think, 7 games or 8 games. But yeah, another coming from LSU, SEC guy. Again, would be a nice add for Tennessee's defense. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. I mean, this is. Let me go on a rant real quick.
Please.
How? What was their plan? I want to know what. I really wish they had interviews. Like I wish VolQuest would go and ask them. Like, what was their plan? Like, even if Sam Levitt was your plan, why didn't you go get Sam Levitt? Like, why'd you let Lane come do that and get your guy? And now, even with that, Perbula gone. By the way, Virginia signed another quarterback.
Perbula was tired of being the side chick. I
don't blame him.
Because we're offering 7. I don't know what the offer was really. We're offering a lot of money for Levitt. He's seeing that as like, you know what? I have a school that wants me for me, so I'm going to go to Virginia. And like you said, I can't blame him. And I don't think anybody really wanted him anyway. Throughout the fan base at least. But
now they want him.
Yeah,
now they want him
100%. Like, to answer your question, I think the plan was let's hit a home run. We strike out on Ty Simpson, whose comments that came out today where he doesn't want to leave a school for all this money and be remembered like that, which is, to me, that's fair. Like, whatever,
dude. No one likes you anyway.
You gave 4 years to Alabama. You don't remembered as the guy who went to Tennessee to finish his career. Whatever, that's commendable. Blah,
would
blah,
have
blah.
won a national championship here, by the way.
And then, Levitt, like the rumors are that his agents and his parents wanted him to come to Tennessee, and he chose Lane.
Yeah.
He chose Lane Kiffin, and I think it comes down. It comes down to, I mean, and you can just look at the guy and tell this. He's kind of a douchebag. I think he vibes with Lane Kiffin more. Like, and it just is what it is. Like, I don't know how much I can blame Josh Heupel for that. Like, if the money wasn't there, it's not Heupel's fault. You know, it's not Heupel's fault if the
No,
money
I'm
wasn't there.
pretty sure we offered him more money
Yeah, I mean,
than I don't know. Maybe Lane let him sleep with somebody. I don't know,
uh,
but
it's
maybe
just
Lane said, "Hey, you could play basketball on your off time. It's fine."
yeah. Like I, where do we go from here is the question. Like,
I don't know. And the problem is, here's the problem, people, is Tennessee is playing good boy right now. Tennessee's not tampering. Tennessee is playing good boy
to
because
our
of the
knowledge, to our knowledge, they're
no,
not
it
tampering.
is. I mean, Valquest has said it. They're playing good boy because of the probation. But who cares about the NCAA? What are they going to do? You're scared of them now?
I
Like,
mean, I can't tell me the last time the NCAA won a court case.
never.
Like, I mean, I agree with you. Like, and tampering these days, it's not from Heupel; it's from a representative of the collective or an agent. You know, so it really wouldn't really be in a violation even. And I would hope that they're doing that at this point. Um, I think they are. Like, I don't know how you couldn't be. I will say we could be in a worse position because we do have two talented guys at a high school at quarterback, but we need like the experience means more than ever these days. You know, like
Yeah.
that's the whole deal.
And that's the thing is I'm not saying Faison isn't talented. I'm not saying George isn't talented. George, first of all, needs to put on weight. And
Yeah,
it's just that's his own only problem, I believe, with the staff. I think he's just too skinny. Um, but again, right now, I don't know what they like without tampering, and that's exactly what it is. Getting someone to walk into the portal. There's multiple guys that you could go after, kind of go to their agents, whatever. But I posted the guy I think would be a good fit for this offense, and that's Justin Lamson. This is one of the guys I think Tennessee should, kind of try and indulge him into the portal, even though he did make an announcement talking about he was going to return to Montana State. But the guy had a 71.6 completion rate, 3,100 yards, 26 TDs, 3 interceptions. He also rushed for 734 yards with 16 touchdowns, averaging 4.2 yards per carry.
yeah,
Uh,
and
that's a good one.
he's a national champion too.
Yeah, so he comes from a winning program. Um, that's one guy. Again, if Tennessee's playing good boy, they're not going to get anybody. They're not going to get anybody that.
That's really not an option though. I mean, you can't go into the season with two scholarship quarterbacks.
No, they're not. They'll go get somebody, but it's going to end up being somebody that they're going to be like, oh, it's a battle for the QB spot,
I
and
mean,
then George McIntyre is going to start.
I think that's where we are. Like that's where we have come to. Like at this point, a lot of quarterbacks have already re-signed deals. You don't want to get in a Damon Williams situation at Washington. Um, I mean, if it means a good quarterback is coming Tennessee's way, I would want to get into that situation, but you would then question the guy's loyalty, and that would always be in the back of your mind. But at this point, like you're staring down the barrel of either a quarterback competition with an FCS guy or a group of five guy with the GMAC and Faison, or what's the other option? Like,
Again, though, dude, like if it was, let's say they get a guy that probably not going to start, right? My thing is, to me, I know GMAC has a year on the offense, but with Faison coming in the spring, to me, I think he's a little bit more gifted. I think he has more size than GMAC. To
yeah,
me,
he's already bigger. Yeah.
let me see. I can't. Faison Brandon. Let's see.
And then the problem with him though is he barely played a senior year of high school. But again, what else would be your options at this point? Like,
I don't know. You can't wait for Joey. All these people talking about waiting for Joey. Joey's thing might not be figured out till after spring.
Yeah, and there's no spring. There's no spring portal anymore. Like you got to get a guy in the next week, right?
Well, no, they can. You can't enter after the 16th.
Yeah.
But they can. Again, Tennessee needs to walk someone into the portal. Like if you really wanted to spend some money, go get CJ Bailey from NC State.
Anybody.
That kid would thrive in this offense.
And you mentioned, GMAC has 1 year experience in the offense, but does he really? Like, how much worth are third string reps in practice? Like,
well, here's another thing though. A lot of people are forgetting. Miami needs a quarterback.
Yeah, it's like Tennessee and Miami are going to be in the same situation, and
they're going to be more desperate than we are.
And they will 100% tamper and walk somebody into the portal. I mean,
again, I think CJ Bailey's their guy that they're going to try and go get.
Then we need to do that first. Like, we can't be left at the altar by some guy to go to Miami. We need to do that before this championship game happens next week.
I don't know, dude. I really don't. Like, I've tried to think about options. I've read VolQuest boards on who they should go get. Justin Lamson is the guy. I was like, why not try and talk this guy into the portal? I don't know how. I don't think I can find that post on VolQuest, but reading about them playing like good cat here and like saying, oh, we're not going to go talk to people that not necessarily have signed, but like someone who hasn't entered the portal that might be enticed by money to come play for an SEC school that you would be guaranteed a starting spot with great wide receivers, a good offense, and a revamped defense. Yeah. I mean, to me, if I went to like a guy like CJ Bailey and was like, hey, we'll give you, $4.5 million, come be our guy.
Yeah.
It's hard to say no. Like, how do you say no to
that? Yeah. I think by the time we reconvene next week for our next live show, I think we will have a quarterback. Don't know who it's going to be. I think we'll add a quarterback. I mean, it might be there's going to be a competition deal, but they really don't have a choice but to go get somebody. Like and hopefully you find the next Trinidad Chambliss. I mean, that's because he was at Ferris State and then got them to the semifinals and damn near into the national championship game. So, I mean, that's the best case scenario. And I don't think all hope is lost if the quarterback competition is a thing. I mean, you would need to have a 2024 type season where you probably lean on your defense, but we have done this before with a quarterback who nobody thought was really that good. When we have
everyone hated Joey when we first got him.
Yeah, and he ended up being pretty good.
Yeah. So if he didn't get that tumor, we could have had a different season. So
yeah, and who knows what the timeline?
Shout out VFL right there.
Yeah, who knows what the timeline was on that? But it's just whoever they get. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'll say then again though. I don't even think like I know Austin's the best in the business when it comes to putting stuff out here on the ball board and all that. I don't think this quarterback situation is going to be a loud thing. I think eventually in these next, what is it? When's the 16th? Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
Yeah, so I would suspect that Tennessee's behind closed doors doing something. They have to be. They have to be.
If they're not, I don't know what they're doing.
Because here's my thing. But what do you think about this? Josh Heupel gets his defense, and again, we're in this loop. We're in this loop where the defense is going to be awesome next year, and we're not going to be able to put up any points. And that's what I'm scared of. But anyway, what was I saying before I said that? Because I got on a tangent.
Um, you said listen to this. I don't know.
Oh yeah, okay. I got it. So Josh Heupel goes in, and let's say we get a guy that everyone's like, oh, okay, it's literally just a body, and he goes, oh, I'm gonna have to trust my guys that I recruited, and GMAC or Faison are gonna fight it out for who's gonna start, right? How are the fans gonna take it? Like if again, all these people saying, "Oh, start GMAC, oh, do this, start Faison, it's your 5-star, blah blah blah." When we win 7 games, maybe less, because our schedule is scary.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Are you calling for Josh Heupel's head? Because you went hard in the portal. It's not about you not going hard in the portal. You did. You went after Sam Levitt, didn't get him, had no backup plan. You let your backup plan leave and commit somewhere else. And here you are now, 7 wins, 6 wins, whatever you want to say. And do you call for Josh Heupel's head? Is that going to get him fired? Because to me, this is he may get a gimme year, but like this is his year to go show like improvement.
Yeah. I think if we're at anything less than 9 wins, I think people are going to be upset. And that may not be fair just considering the circumstances of whatever happens and the 9-game schedule. But, people are just going to look at, oh, you won 8 games again. But I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it is what I have to say about it. I mean, I'll just have to see whatever it looks like. But the only thing that gives me hope really right now is that we just had a competent offense with young wide receivers, save for Brazel, an O-line that was playing in his first year together, and a quarterback we got from App State who was on campus for like 90 to 100 days before he took a snap. Now, that gives me hope, but we did go 8-5, so we need to do better than that. So I think with more time given, I think GMAC could be good. I think Faison could be good, but it's just a lot less likely than an experienced guy from the portal because that's just how college football is these days, and that's about all I got to say, man. Until more comes out about who we're after, I don't think there's much more to say. So I'll just speculation.
I don't think we're gonna find out anything. I think this is gonna be hush hush. We'll see. I think you might get a guy that enters on Friday. That gets walked in by, and again, don't suspect it to be us. Like I said, Miami still needs a guy. They still need a guy. So don't get too excited if like a CJ Bailey gets in the portal because. I'm telling you, CJ Bailey gets in the portal, most likely he's going to Miami. Because Miami's going to throw a crap ton of money at somebody.
Yeah, 100%. So we've done good on defense. We've done good at other spots. We're just missing the meat, the prime rib, the guy who's going to lead your team, assumedly. And that's pretty important. So I'm happy with everything that's going on, but you got to have somebody to take the snaps, man.
Yep.
You got to have somebody to steer the ship. So, you got any more thoughts tonight?
No. Tennessee's going to have to figure something out. Like today, yesterday.
Yeah.
It'll all work out, man. Either we're going to have an elite defense with an offense or go get someone to walk into the portal and you could be a real scary team next year.
Yeah. And I'm not terribly worried because, and I've told you this, I tweeted it last week, like whoever we get in the portal, whoever takes the snaps next year is going to have to most likely win enough games to save Josh Heupel's job. I mean, that's all there is to it. If it's GMAC, it doesn't really matter. It'll be their fault for not getting a better quarterback. And maybe Danny would be willing to give him another year, but the fan base would probably be done if things go south next year. And if I know Danny, I know that he knows that if football is not good, the money goes down. So I trust him to make that decision. So that's about all I
Tennessee
got to
still
say.
needs a strength coach, so we'll see who they get from that.
That's the I haven't even thought about that since we got rid of that guy.
Yeah, they have a couple people I think that they have in mind, but we'll see. We shall see. 3 hour long game, and now it's 11-11. I wish Tennessee would get a massive quarterback to enter the portal.
That's all there is to it. Go Vols.
Go Vols, baby.